Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. This map may look familiar and also a little different. It is Crossfire Canal without the water, so called Coldfire Crossing. And this is a tournament final. This is the first match of the final of the Galaxy Cup qualifier. If you're interested in finding out what the Galaxy Cup is, similar to the Legend of the Stars tourney. If you don't know what that is, they are pretty large tournaments with qualifiers leading up to a final tournament. And so you got to win your spot in the final tournament by placing highly in these qualifiers. This is the first qualifier of the Galaxy Cup. And the players are Tagada and Zlo. Down here we have Tagada, Seraphim. I feel like these guys went random. I'm just going to turn off the... How do I turn off the chat? Well, never mind. We have a lot of observers in the chat, obviously. I'm sure this map or this game and tournament was streamed by many people. On the top we have Zlo in his green color, and he has Aeon. I think the randomizer gave him Aeon. So let's see how this plays differently. I've only seen this map a couple of times, so it should be interesting. Obviously, no navy, so people are actually going to have to make tanks pretty early on to attack, and that's definitely, I think, good for Tagada. The Aurora are going to be so slow. I imagine we will still have transport rush to expand to the extra slices. It's never really an extra slice of pizza, is there? Somebody always wants it. And it's the same scenario here. Tagada needs to get 2, Zlo needs to get 2 as fast as possible. And we have labs. I think that's a very good choice. The Seraphim player obviously has no such luxury, no labs for him. He has a combat scout, which cannot really fulfill the role of a lab, and really getting his legs caught in those pigeons, those blades. So transport coming up, nothing before the transport. Meanwhile, Zlo making a scout. Maybe he'll go for an Inti. Yeah, Inti coming out, and this transport is going to be well done for that point. And the Hydra just about to finish. Looking good. Oh. Doesn't look to be many problems loading the Seraphim transport. Now, which way is he going to go? Let's see where Zlo's Inti is. Not quite out of the factory yet, just about to be completed. Doesn't have much assist. Instead, he was building a second air factory. So it's Inti. Not going to be too good. There is the transport spotted. Spotted on radar at least. I don't know if Zlo saw that. His Inti has not reacted quite yet. Actually going for the air scout, which he spotted. Labs making their way across the map. Still not on the pizza slices, so maybe he can kill 1 or 2 of these engineers. These guys should be able to get a factory, and there won't be too many problems, but if he can delay expansion, that would be good. This lab is already spotted by the air scout here, which has just been killed by this interceptor, and Tham has an order to take that guy out. And he will follow him to the ends of the earth to kill him. Second air factory going up. Where is the land? Well, we have a distinct lack of mass. We have some land coming out. What? I wonder, did this map change the reclaim? It seems actually like it didn't at all. So Tagada, it's sort of missing out on some reclaim here that he probably could get a bit earlier. These chunks here, very nice as well. Should be taking those. And here with this engineer, see, it would be a very helpful boost for him because that's not that many mexes really, and they take a while to get. So that early reclaim really makes a difference. And this transport now trying to drop to the other side. Looks like it will drop. Needs to micro a little bit. Could have adjusted the order back here, but it lands nonetheless. Zlo cannot deny it. And 3 NGs drop. The lab has gone all the way up here, and now he gets finally taken out. Looking very good for Tagada. Look at this now. Tagada has... Oh, actually this lab... His factory did not get built because Tagada went for the mexes. And... Damn, that is really bad for Zlo, or for Tagada. So this lab can probably kill a couple mexes. Tagada is going to have to build another factory. I guess it's not that bad. Certainly annoying though. And Zlo is really lacking here in mexes. Where is his transport? Here it is. It's a very late transport from Zlo, I have to say, and also not denying either drop makes that very bad for him. Tagada gonna drop a couple units here to deal with the lab. Maybe the lab will kill the transport if he's not careful. No, it lifts off. Did take some damage. Now this lab's gonna try and run away. Look at that, 4 kills. Because it had vet, it survived after 2 shots. Can run away and try and regen. Zlo with air control, and the bombers are doing damage. This bomber over here got taken out after getting a few kills, and also allowed Zlo to win air, but this expansion is really so painful for Zlo. But despite the expansion, amazing score. That's gonna really catch up on him though right now. If you can see here, 41 mass to 25. That's a problem. Zlo needs to correct it very quickly, otherwise he will fall behind quite fast. More air factories coming up from Tagada. Needs a bit more power, certainly, and it might be time to start that T2 upgrade. On most likely an air factory. T2 land wouldn't be bad either. He needs quite a bit more power, and he needs that T2 P-gen pretty soon, as he's about to complete his expansion. Now Zlo sending Aurora across to the left. See, this travel time is really terrible for the Aurora. These factories are much nicer for spamming some land. Maybe not this one, has to go around, but spamming Aurora from all the way back here is, I guess it's going to be extremely slow, and you can see when they stream across the map like this, they don't have radar with them, and so they're probably going to die to even a single Seraphim tank, a Tham. One T2 mechs. Zlo. No T2 mechs just yet. Also, I think you need a bit more reclaim. Look at what Tagada has done here. You have engineers well spread out with their attack move. Although this pocket should be taken. This is one of the best ones for mass. But see, very nice reclaim from Tagada. Comparison to Zlo back here, he's got quite a lot, and only now expanding to these mexes. So looking good for Tagada. I think he is stalling. He hasn't really corrected that power problem just yet. Looks like he's turning the corner. And I'm wondering if we will see T2 air. Yes, T2 air here. Zlo already has T2 air. Gonna be making his P-gen. As now Thams have moved across the map and are looking to do some damage. There should be enough here to deal with them without too many problems. These Auroras streaming across the map did very little, I have to say. See them getting killed one by one. The ACU also was on this side, and the Aurora coming this side. ACU is over here. And on this side, we have a decent number of Thams to defend. So it does seem to be... Well, I'm interested that there's not much economy happening. Now Tagada is upping the ante here. 3 mexes at once, a bit of a too much mass problem. Which I guess is offsetting the slowness of Zlone's expansion. Tagada had quite a lot of mass in the bank for a while. T2 PGen begins. And T2 started for Zlo on his commander. I'm interested to know what he's going to do with that. The air situation. What do we have? Only 21 inties. We have some bombers, a couple of bombers, a lot of air scouts. And a transport. Looking to kill some sneaky Auroras. Zlo. Still not much economy, using his mass very well. Very nice economy balance. And gathering decent amount of reclaim. He's missing a mex here. Ooh. Oops. I have to say I prefer the other version of Crossfire Canal, but a change of pace is a bit nice. That is not nice at all for Zlo. Puts all that effort into making a drop and it gets instantly killed. 6 kills in one bomb for Tagada's bomber. Always nice to have some bombers around to deal with drops like that. And of course, an Aurora drop is going to be absolutely the most vulnerable to that bomber. Take a bit of a mass donation over here with all these Thams. They can't really do any damage in a small group like that. They're just feeding kills, leaving reclaim on the opposite side of the map. So let's see, what's the T2 ACU for? Just for good looks. The health bars kind of get in the way, don't they? That is a big bicep he's got now. I guess it's more forearm, isn't it? So what's the plan? Well, there's a commander in a transport, but he looks like he's going home. Not going anywhere interesting. And Vultus, Seraphim gunships coming out of the T2 air factory. Don't see any AA turrets around. I think it's worth just to put 1 or 2. If you're a bit concerned you don't have air control, definitely a couple air turrets in these core mexes and make you feel a lot better about taking them up. Especially if you see gunships from your opponent. That's a lot of bombers all bombing the same thing. Ooh, that looks like quite a decent army just got bombed to death. Over here, are these bombers arriving on the scene? Oh, they don't drop. They don't have the right orders. But this army, I feel it's about to disappear. Oh, yep. That's a massacre. Not good. Zlo has not even seen this. And there's no... Oh, we have some units dropped here. There's no anti-air mix in here at all. Now we see it come out of the factory as Zlo reacts. These bombers are getting an insane amount of kills. They all have 5 to 10 kills each, and it doesn't look like anything's going to kill them too soon. Maybe the anti-air will get them. They're not told to retreat. Look at this though. 13 kills, 10 kills, 8 kills. Brutal. T3 on the ACU. Hello. His arm just isn't big enough. Really hitting the gym hard now. T2 on Tagada's commander. Probably just for convenience and safety. Ready to put up defenses. A lot of mechs is about to be finished here. And the T2 HQ is also here. We need some TMD, very nice. And that's a bunch of Aurora. Let's see if they can achieve anything. Could maybe take out a mechs, T2 mechs perhaps. I'm looking at this T3 commander and I'm thinking it has to be T3 com drop. There's no real reason to have a T3 commander otherwise. Look at this air. Let's see how many swift wins this is. 31. I think he's just locked onto the air force of Tagada. He's getting in behind them with a lot of swift wins, and now we have a drop into the main base, but there's a PD going up, and oh, this ACU has actually not finished his upgrade yet. And another drop. Those Aurora. Oh no, the swift wins have stopped moving, but they wake up again, and it's a complete air domination. Look at this, 31 swift wins, 6.2k mass in those, and a lot more energy. The drops did not much at all, did not do much at all. Aurora are not very good for dropping. Just more and more arties dropped would be nice, I think. But we have gunships, we have several T2 transports. This position seems nicely defended. We look at economy though. Tagada's been ahead for quite a while, and that's a pretty significant lead in mass. 116 to 86. Tagada, his job is to survive. His job is to hold until this income really makes a difference. Zlo is getting into the transport. He has T3. He has nothing else on his commander. He could have made sensors or speed gun. That would have been nice. He could have even made chrono, although that would be rather expensive and not useful versus buildings or air. And that's a failed drop. Oh, unfortunate. The gunships just killed it. And another drop. The gunships are coming back for more, and there's a lot of A here, and the flak even kills all the units underneath. Anyway, the ACU lands in the middle of the map. He did not feel like he could get to the main, I guess. There's a lot of anti-air here. This position could not be dropped by a T2 transport, surely. And a stealth gen goes up. Maybe we'll see some TML. I'm unsure what the plan is, but this air means that he can... This huge air win with all the swift wins means the gunships can do significant damage. You see the air turrets prepared. T2 support factory is upgrading to get some flax out, no doubt, as well as some Ilshis. And Tagada just trying to stay alive, as I said, survive, allow the eco to do what it does, and get those T2 bots out and around. Even can attempt some raiding, but the gunships will Clean most of the stuff up that's not protected. See the focus for Tagada is anti-air and T3 air for Tagada. He says cannot get rid of these swift winds until he has ASF. He's gonna need a lot of ASF, to be honest. That's a lot. Look at this support factory production. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 support factories and the HQ. Tons of production here, but are the gunships doing enough? I don't really see this position very well protected versus gunships, so none of these T2 mechs have gone down. Now, they may be TMLable, actually, I would say, because of the position of the TMD back here. And here we have a significant T1 army, but it's just going to get wrecked by T1 PD. Look at how fast a T3 ACU can build T1 PD. That is the power. That is where the power of the T3 comm drop comes from. Look at this, 2 seconds if you have mass. 2 seconds to build a T1 PD. Looks like this TML is not going to survive. There's so many arties, and are the... Oh no. That is actually very depressing. And we have a lot of gunships now, 22 Spectres hanging around, and can surely kill all of this quite easily. Only a few T1 mobile anti-airs. On this side, a bit of a land push, which could actually work because there's only anti-air really around, but I think the damage will be limited for sure. There's only T1 mechs on this side except in the core, and there's PDs going up there. Zlo not ecoing his expansions and not capping his mexes in the base. He really hasn't increased his economy in the past, well, in quite a while. He really has not been ecoing, and he needs to focus down these mobile anti-airs before they take out too many of these gunships. There are already quite a few of them are low on HP. Still, no T2 mexes have died. This one, for example, completely unprotected. This one could be killed. He needs to get another TML up, and he has it there. With some assist with a T3 ACU, he could build these missiles very quickly. But now beginning to struggle for power as he makes... Oh! He's making the wrong unit. He's making torpedo bombers. There's no water on the map. That's a misclick. That is a sad, sad misclick. Oh well. I hate to see it. See all these low gunships and swift winds. Some air staging would be great. Look at that! Air staging just planned out. Speak of the devil. Air staging would be so nice for all these units. A lot of them are damaged, and you can just get back to full HP very quickly. He has not spotted the torpedoes. Come on. Stop the torps, man. Stop the torps. He's gonna have to control KDs and reclaim them for mass. We look at Tagada. He's been just quietly relaxing, chilling out, maxing, making ASF so he can eventually take back air control. Oh my goodness, so much mass in the bank. It's unforgivable. And he actually has lost some X here. I think it was the TML. He didn't have a TMD up in time, but this is not good for him right now. He needs to maybe pause some of this air production, some of the NGs, and get another T3 gen. Maybe create some space here to get a nice adjacency. Definitely want that for your factories. This is not adjacent. unfortunately. Tagada's land, not really doing much, but you can see how effective these Ilshis are versus Aurora. It's annihilating them. Still forced to retreat. And it really does not look so good for Zlo right now. He's built a lot of air staging, so he should be able to repair everything very quickly. Here come the Swifties looking for some R&R. Now watch the speed. Look at this guy. And full HP from half HP. And the cost is negligible. So many Aurora. I gotta say that's just not... I don't think it's good at all, really, to have so many T1 tanks at 25 minutes. I'm not a fan of all these Aurora. And oh, that's sad actually. These TMLs not in the greatest location. I mean, if he could take out some TMD at the front here, but he can't really hit some of these mexes. And the gunships are on the move towards the main base, and we have the Swiftwinds moving in as well to try and protect them. And the gunships are going for the ACU, who's already building a T2 shield generator, and all the gunships are dead. Oh, and that is actually surely the end of the game. Those gunships, there was just so much anti-air. I think he flew over a lot of this here, maybe that had range, but also so many inties. And now Tagada has complete air control. Look at all these ASF, and only 19 Swifties for Zlo. And I think that's the end for Zlo, really. What is plan B, or even maybe we're on plan C by now? It looks quite bad. Tagada can now move to, well, a lot of T2 gunships. He can move to strats for sure. Strats would be nice, but really he can do, gotta say, anything he wants, because he is more than twice Zlo's mass income. And the threats to him are limited. Ooh, Tagada getting his own TML here. But there's nothing to TML, really. And now Tagada's ACU safely under a shield. Many AA turrets. Complete air control. No danger from land. We don't have T3 land from Zlo. All we have from Zlo now is this ACU with some TMLs, and of course we have some mercies, and that's pretty ambitious to think you can pull off a mercy snipe, but he really doesn't have any other option. This is last chance saloon, and Tagada is wary. The Omni in the base would be quite nice right now. Still enough TMD to save the base. And this scout plane, spy plane, giving a lot of vision in lieu of radar, but I think an Omni is really needed right now. Because of the position Tagada's in, he's just so far ahead. He can see all these T1 mexes. He knows he has far more. He even has 2 T3 mexes. Gonna make his own air staging. I guess he sells loads. Thought it was a good idea. Mercy's getting killed here. As they try to find their way. Oh no. They're all the way down here. He's looking for an angle of attack. I think Zlo's gonna need more than 2 TMLs if he wants to get through here. There's just more and more TMD going up. And there is not much left to be done for Zlo. This is some survival mode. Just gonna try not get sniped, try stay alive as long as possible, and hope he can get that snipe away. But Tagada building more shields. There's no way for Mercy to get here with all of this anti-air and all these ASF. Yeah, that is GG. Aeon sucks. Well, so why are you playing Aeon, dude? It's the final of a tournament. I have to agree, it's not. I don't think this is an ideal map for Aeon. Aurora are not so great, must be said, well, in my opinion, on this map. It's too large, and maybe kept making them too long. And really didn't make the air supremacy count. He made so many swift wins, dominated air once he took the fight, but he... Oh. Oh, he turns away, but he's been found. There he goes. Yeah, I think slow, maybe. What was I going to say? It was... Yeah, he made a lot of swift wins. He probably could have won air earlier. So, I mean, he absolutely crushed all of Tagada's inties and had 31 swift wins left over. That's a lot of swift wins, a lot of mass. Could have maybe won air faster, had more gunships, because by the time he won air, he then had to start making the gunships, which delayed him, and that gave Tagada all this time to make. He had T2 land, he made flak over here, he had AA turrets defending his T2 mexes, so... And the gunships didn't really do raiding and stuff, so it didn't really get slowed back into the game. He was already behind in economy at that stage, so more damage, I guess, needed to be done with gunships. And the T3 ACU, bit underwhelming. It was unfortunate that the first TML got killed by the T on land there, and all those arties avoiding the PD fire because of this hill. That was not nice at all. But, well, Tagada played well. And didn't make many mistakes, didn't let slow cheese him or anything. And prevented a lot of damage. Now, if these A turrets hadn't been forced up, maybe Zlo could have T3 comm dropped right into the base, and at that point, when he had total air control, that would have been devastating. We would have seen a lot of T1 PD. There would have been nothing to stop the T3 comm drop if he could actually have landed on the main plateau here. I think that could have been the game-winning move if he could have pulled it off, but there's too much anti-air. I think that's what he wanted to do, really, when he went to T3 ACU. Dropping here is barely worth it, even. Well, thanks for watching. There is a second game of this final, and I tune in very soon to check that out. I will be getting back to daily videos now that I have a bit more time. So stay tuned for those, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.